Us this morning as we continue Tobago Thursdays are representatives from the T&TEC New East Side Dimension. Very excited to say welcome to Kersh Ramsey, Pan Arranger of T&TEC New East Side Dimension, and Tyreek Mahabal, Pannist. And of course, they retain their small band title. Good morning to both of you and welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us and congratulations again. Jumping straight into the conversation, Kersh, let's start with you. What was the inspiration particularly to choose Rama, and how did you approach the arrangement differently, if at all?
Okay, so starting with the selection of the song, I had like 3 or 4 options, and it was really difficult knowing that we going to defend a title. So tune of choice would have been very important, which is important in Panorama, right? Tune of choice plays a major role, and I don't know what to do, what song to choose, and time was getting short. And so for the launch of Panorama, with Rama being an option, I heard when Gates played it and the way the crowd received that song and how the crowd reacted to Rama. That's when I decided, yes, I'm going with that song, that tune of choice. And it all played off and worked out at the end.
No, it
So I'm
definitely
thankful
did.
for that.
It definitely did work out at the end. Tyreek, what was your reaction when you learned what tune was going to be played at this year's Panorama?
Well, firstly, my reaction was like, Rama. Never heard of this song before. I'm very familiar with Kitchener and some of his music, but I never heard of it before. But knowing the type of arranger that I have, it didn't faze me. I truly trust and believe in my arranger ability. So any song he decides to choose, I wouldn't question it or have any doubts about it.
Of course, we see that the no doubts definitely paid off. Now, let's talk about the challenges. Tyreek, let's start with you. Were there any challenges that you personally encountered when it came to preparing for Panorama?
Well, we faced plenty different challenges, mainly being from Tobago, and the majority part of the competition is in Trinidad because it's a challenge to transport the pans, and then from Tobago to Trinidad, that kind of limits some of the practice time that we normally get, and sometimes how the arranger, he has a different band in the category before our band. That kind of puts us in a position to start practice probably later than our other band who, as an arranger, just focusing on that category. So it kind of gives us a little setback and less time to prepare, but in the end, it all worked out. But those are some of the challenges that we face as players, having an arranger like that who has different categories to do.
And Kersh, what about the challenges that you would have experienced, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, so for me in Panama, it's difficult dealing with my bands because I have a band in every category. Where it have some arrangements only have one band. I have 4 bands. So to do 4 arrangements back to back is kind of challenging. Um, I mean, I just go with the feet of God, and I always believe in my players, and I know how to get my band and when my band's ready for Panama. So normally I'm an arranger, so I use a strategy where I don't always choose my songs earlier to prepare early before, like let me say 2, 3 months before. So I use a strategy where I kind of start later than the other bands because again, choosing a choice is really difficult for me and it's important. So yeah, so most times, we start later than the other bands, but I know how to get my bands ready. The players and them, they believe in me. I also believe in them, and I know at the end they can be able to execute the music to the best way possible. And yeah, so far so good.
So far, so good is correct. So this question I would like to pose to both of you, because one of the things we've heard is about faith in one another and how that really was able to continue that push. And of course, another win. So congratulations. But let's talk about the role of the public, the supporters and sponsors as well. How important is that in your unique roles? Let's start with you rather, Tyreek.
Well, I would say that, the the hours that we put in the community, which we are playing at in Bell Garden, to see the reaction from the persons that came out and support on the opening night or first judging night is really and truly gave us that extra push. And after we played that night, like persons would reach me on the road or reach me wherever, and I was like, yeah, boy, or the song real good. After all them nights or mornings or they make noise in my head, it was really worth it. I like all the songs. I'm backing all it to go through and, bring it home for Tobago, keep the push on, continue being in first, keep up the hard work. All I could play. Persons even tell me all I could come back and play every single night. Just play that song whole night, every single night. So that gave the extra boost and the extra confidence for us to put in extra work to go on and win this competition. And in terms of sponsorship, the sponsorship plays an important part because, as I say, there's plenty of things that financially the band needs to take care of. And I don't think without a sponsor, bands may not be able to handle all those challenges on their own, like jerseys, paying of the trucks to transport the pans, paying of the tuners, paying of the arranger, paying of the drill master, paying of the players. So it's a lot financially, and with our sponsor, we are able to ease the strain thanks to them.
And Kersh, what about your perspective when it comes to the role of the community and the sponsors and the success of T&TEC New East Side?
Listen, well, as in Tobago especially, the support is, lost for words because they don't play. To be honest, I'd be like, if anybody tries to show any bad vibes or any negative thing towards me or my bands, especially people from Tobago, they go off on them. And most time I just say, hey, with peace, love, and unity, we can be what we want to be. And yeah, in sports, you have that 12-man support, and most time that is needed. In Pan, the support from the Tobagonians, especially, I'm so thankful from the THE, especially, the most time support, most of the Tobago band, especially going to Trinidad and stuff. It's not easy being a Tobago band in Panama. So we need each and every support from each player, each member, whoever, everybody on board. We really, really need that. And I'm just thankful for everything and grateful.
Well, a winning combination, to say the least. Tyreek and Kersh, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations from all of us here at the T&TEC Limited Media Network to you and your band, and hoping to see more wins in the future. Have a great day.
Most definitely. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
T&TEC New East Side joining us this morning as they celebrate another win. Stay tuned. There's more coming up on this Tobago Thursday right after the break.